Okay, our last question for this section, which is, let's see, we're still in 8.3. You're given this equation and you're asked to solve this equation for y. Now, the y squared is not by itself. We need to always get the squared item, whatever's being squared, alone. So the minus 2 we're going to undo by adding 2 to both sides. So I have x plus 2 is equal to y squared. Now I'm going to use the square root property. When I have something squared equals something, when I apply the square root property, the squared is no longer here, it's just y, my answers. And here, remember what I do. I take the square root of whatever is there, in this case that's ugly, and I have to put a plus or minus in front of it. So this is basically telling me there are two answers to this equation. Y is equal to a positive square root of x plus 2, or y is equal to the opposite of the square root of x plus 2. And in Math 1033, this particular problem is probably not that significant, except that you should know how to do it. But in college algebra, this is going to really take on some significance, because if you were in college algebra, when you're taught how to put things into a graphing calculator, the letter y has to be by itself. And what you've just found out is there's not just one answer to y here, there are two. So on a graphing calculator, you would have to plug in two things in order to sketch the graph of the original problem. So it's important to know how to use the property, because it's going to have long-range impact for those of you going on into the college algebra and beyond. This concludes section 8.3.